Yes, record. Yes. Okay, and now here we go. Yes. So welcome again, everyone, to our, and I just have to move it, 11th session of our Zuki Empowerment Coachings. Today, our focus will lie on how to sell a product or a person. And our quote of the day is do it with passion and success will follow. And we have a the expert on that topic joining us today. And it's a great pleasure for me to introduce our guest, Florian Zagler, just briefly to you. So Florian was born in 1984 and he is what we call a passionate entrepreneur, and he calls himself a muesli bear. This is not quite the way as it is written in German, you will find out. I just quickly explain. Muesli is a sort of cereal. It's a very special, very crunchy, good cereal mixed together. And bear is bear. And Florian is the muesli bear. He is a trained retail salesman and studied business administration at the university. But apart from that, he also has a political function and is the first vice mayor of the city of Braunau am Inn. That is a city in Upper Austria, in one of Austria's 9 provinces, situated directly on the border to Germany. So much for Florian as a person, just in a nutshell. And now something about Florian's company, the Zagler Müsli Bear. And this is the way how it is spelled in German. There are 8 employees and, believe it or not, a turnover that currently amounts to 1 million euros per year, which is, multiplied by 90, then you know the sum in rupees. In medium term, the turnover is planned to amount to 10 times that amount, to 10 million euros. And in the long run, the company plans to reach an annual turnover of 100 million euros. So that is a very ambitious aim. And we are really looking forward to learning from Florian what drives him in this process and how he manages to sell his products and himself. This will be the second part of our session today. So you can really be looking forward to that. But first, you know that we have agreed upon your book presentations to be the start into our session today. Claudia has obviously left, but is now re-entering. So the first part.
Recording in progress.
Strange. I have an echo.
Okay.
Claudia, you just mute your microphone, then everything is okay. Oh, yes, fine. Okay, so your book presentations are the start. And then our guest speaker will give his keynote on how to sell a product or a person. And last but not least, there will be time for discussion, questions, and your next really exciting homework. And also, please be prepared to give us your feedback orally again, like we did last time. That has really proved to be a very beneficial routine. Okay, so far, so good. And now, let's turn to your home assignment. You know, this was your home assignment, that you had to choose a book that you really like and that you now want to sell to us. Okay? So, here we are again. And I would suggest the following routine. We have agreed upon this, that everyone will have her pitch of roughly 1 minute. I'm sure you will stick to that, but there will be no comments or feedback afterwards. But there will be, how many are we? Yes, there will be 18. So we have 9 people in a row giving their pitches, giving their book presentations. Then we will have a short break. And our expert, Florian, will give you some feedback how well you have sold your book and yourself. And after this short break, we will then continue with the second half of the presenters. And the order how we will do it is as follows. And I've got Sabine as my assistant to help me if I overlook someone, or always, volunteers or raise your hand if should I overlook someone. But here next to me on my screen is Deb Kumar, believe it or not. And then it is Azad. Okay, so I will do it like that. I will say, Deb Kumar, Bishal has now entered. I will say, first of all, I will ask Deb Kumar to start because he's next here. Yes, so Deb Kumar, are you ready to start?
Yes.
And then the next one will be Azad. So as soon as Deb Kumar has stopped, I will say, Azad, the stage is yours. Next in line, and then I will say Raju, because Raju, you are next on my list. Okay? And then when I say Raju, I will say next in line, in preparation, Akash, and so on. So there will always be one person who presents, and the next person already knows, I'm going to be the next one. So here we go. Deb Kumar, and in preparation, Azad. Deb Kumar, the stage is yours. 1 minute.
Thank you, first of all.
I time you.
Thank you, first of all. Good evening, everyone present over here. Today, my book name is The Complete Works of Swami Vivekananda. It was book given by my school, NVP, Nalanda Vidyapith, once as my drawing competition. But this book inspired me a lot of religious beliefs and a work that Swami Vivekananda did for the people. He was the man who first went to America and gave a speech on religion in the American Parliament. But the American people, after listening her English speech, they gave him the wow, because he was the first person of Indian who gave a speech on America. And beside that, this book was written by Sister Nivedita. He was a great follower of Swami Vivekananda as well as. And this book has a content of many things, how the people should lead their life, how the people should walk. The main thing is we believe is karma.
Say one more sentence, Deb Kumar. I don't want to interrupt you, okay? Say one closing sentence.
Karma is the main thing of our life. Means we should speak truth, we should be obedient, we should be disciplined.
Okay, good. So that was your closing sentence. Karma is the most important thing in life. Thank you, Deb Kumar.
Thank you.
Next one, Azad, Ali, and in preparation, Raju, please. Okay, go on, please. And I'll set the timer.
Everyone, good evening. I'm very happy and delighted to share my book with you all. This book is 3000 Stitches, Ordinary People, Extraordinary Lives. It's a very wonderful book. I have read it very much. I like it. It is written by Shuddha Murthy. And about the book, I would like to tell is that this book is full of motivational content with lot of useful information. These books also provided insight into the working of efficient charitable organization. And regarding this book, about my preference is that I should really highly recommend you to please go for this book. This book is full of inspiring motivation and lots of things you will learn from this book. So that's it. It's a simple book, very understandable language are there. So anyone can just go through this book and just know how the life of extraordinary people they go.
Okay, thank you. Azad, that was exactly 1 minute. Cool. Next one is Raju, and don't forget to unmute your microphone before you start, Raju. And then hang on, and in preparation, Akash.
Hello, can you hear me?
Sorry, Raju. Who is speaking? I cannot hear Raju.
Now can you hear me?
Who is?
Someone has got their microphone on. Everybody switch it off except for Raju.
Yeah, and Raju, I say here Aufhebung der Stummschaltung beantragen. So, but the strange thing was that I could hear someone, but it was obviously not Raju speaking. And now Raju probably, I don't know, has dropped out or something. He can't. Okay, so doesn't matter. Raju will be the next one. And here, next one here is Sanat. Oh no, sorry, Akash. You were. I said you were the next one. And Akash, you have raised your hand. Is there something you would like to say?
Actually,
Okay.
I don't know about the homework. I've spoken to
Okay.
Claudia. She said that you can directly ask me questions so that I can answer.
Okay. So, Claudia, could you take over, or Akash? We will wait until the end. Okay. So you were not as it's your first time and you were not prepared. Okay, I understand. Sorry. So I would like Raju now. Does it work?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes. Let's hope it works. Okay.
Hello, Luisa. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Go
Now?
ahead. Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is the book. Okay. Just a second. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book. It is called Voodoo Island.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see the book?
Yes.
Okay, I think the light is not so clear. The Voodoo Island. Okay. It is written by Michael Duckworth, and I read this book when I was like 15 years of age, and it is a fictional book. So the author Michael Duckworth is a person who was born in Oxford, Cambridge, and he writes adventurous books, and he is from Cambridge, but he visited Malaysia. From there, he got interested in writing these ghost stories and magical stories. So the story of this Voodoo Island book, it revolves around a person. Means there is a place called Haiti, and in that place, people believe in voodoo magic. So
Closing sentence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if anyone has interest in fiction now, fiction reading, so they can try this Voodoo Island.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Just a quick timeout. You see, I do hope you have prepared and tested. 1 minute goes by so quickly. Please focus just on the main points, that how you could infect us, and leave out all unnecessary details and make the most of your minute. Thank you, Raju. And now the next one here is Sanat Naskar, but I cannot see you. And I would also like that you switch on your camera, because I just take the people who are next in line, and that is, in that case, you, Sanat. And the next one is Surjo. And can everyone please switch on your cameras? Otherwise, it's so difficult for me. Okay, so Sanat, are you ready for takeoff? Yes, and next in line then will be Surjo, okay? So, Sanat, as soon as you start speaking, I will press my timer.
Hi everyone, good evening. Wish you a very happy Durga Puja belated. I will suggest the book of Swami Vivekananda, which he addressed on how to publicly address on Chicago. He went there. He's a Indian monk, and he went there. And first he was not allowed to give address in House of Congress, the House of Parliament, the USA. but eventually he got the permission, but he got for 1 minute he can speak. But after that but people were clapping. He got for 1 hour speech, which is a very good book. I will recommend everybody to read that one because it will help each and everyone how to address everyone in a public, and it will motivate you.
Mm-hmm. And Sanat, can you show the book into the camera? So we could not understand the title.
Actually, book is not with me. It came for study.
I did not get that. Okay, the connection obviously has gone.
He doesn't have the book at the moment.
Okay, so the title, can you give us the title again, Sanat? Okay, you write it in the chat. Sanat, please
Chicago address.
You write the title in the chat, please. Okay? Good. So next one is Surjo, and in preparation, Moidul Saik. Okay, Moidul, you are ready to be the next one. So, Surjo, you have to unmute your microphone, please, so that we can hear you. Yeah. And now, ready, steady,
Yes.
go.
So my book is The Alchemist. It has been sold over 65 million copies by Paulo Coelho, The Alchemist. Okay. So The Alchemist is a fantastic book, and the story writing is beautiful. The constant theme of the book is aimed at to pursue your dream, what your heart desire. So this book has been translated over 61 languages and has been sold 65 million times. So during the boy's journey, the story is about a Brazilian boy, and during the boy's journey, the boy learned to listen to his heart by following the language of the omen, and also tries to learn all from these hurdles and through his journey. So even this book was also read by the President Clinton, and one day a journalist called Paulo Coelho to inform this. And the two most famous book written by Paulo Coelho is 11 Minutes and The Alchemist. So some books are meant to be read, loved, and passed on. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you, Surjo. Okay, good. This works super. Next one is Moidul. You will unmute your microphone in a minute. And then Saidul Molla is also waiting then to be the next one. Good. So, Moidul, the stage is yours. Ready, steady, go.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Luisa?
Yes, yes, very good. Very well. I will start the timer as soon as you present the book, okay?
Okay. Hi, everyone. Hi, Florian, especially. This is Moidula. And lately, I have read a book called Captain Young's Ghost by Ruskin Bond, who is a well-known author of short stories and primarily ghost stories. And this book is a collection of some of his best ghost stories. And here, the ghosts and spirits are not always horrific, but they are mysterious and rather benevolent. And they haunt mostly the hills and the foothills of the Indian Himalayas. And you would not regret buying this book. So what are you waiting for? Grab your mobile phone and order on Amazon for just rupees 200, Captain Young's Ghost, and befriend some of the unusual ghosts from the Indian hills. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Well done. You've got 5 seconds.
Great, really great, really great.
You will be
great.
hired.
Okay, so Moidul was number 6. Next in line is Saidul Molla and Rohit Jadaf. Yeah, you are new. I think Rohit is not.
He's a guest today.
You're a guest. So Rohit, you can relax and take it easy, lean back and just listen, okay? But Jagat, you are the next here on my screen. So Jagat, you prepare, and Saidul, the stage is yours. Saidul, you have to unmute your microphone. Sorry, Saidul. Yes, now.
Sorry. Good evening, everyone. As we all know that today we have came with a book to sell. So today I have bought a book that is of
The name of
personality development.
Personality development.
So this book is for basically for the smart student. Means this book teaches a student to build a career so that in future once they come out from the school and colleges, so when they step in a life of any office and any job sector, so they should know a particular behavior which is it on this book we can learn the how to control our ego, how to control, how to do the time management, how to take how to be a leadership, how to handle.
Finish.
So at least I can say that once you read this book, you can build your career and you can be a successful person in your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Seidel, and thank you, everyone. You know, I feel a little bit sorry when this timer rings because it's always so exciting. But this is a rule that we have fixed, and we just have to stick to it. And that's a lesson you have to learn for life. When there is a rule, we just have to adapt to it. But thank you, thank you. Yeah.
Could we ask everybody to write the titles in the
Yes.
chat?
I was thinking of that.
Yeah.
Please, Sabine.
I will try and note it down if I see it, because the reflection means we can't read it sometimes, and it would be then we can give the list at the end.
Yes.
So everybody put your title and the author in the chat, please.
Yes, and I'll give you 1 minute for doing it right now. To do it right now. So we stop here just for a little break.
Okay, good idea. Everybody do it. Yeah.
Everybody do it at the same time. Okay, cool. And then there is one more, and then we'll have. But in fact, yeah, Model, Seidel, and. Okay, but Claudia, Sabine, what do you think? We have got 5 more people. Because shall we don't make a break. We'll continue with all 5 and then have the feedback round. Okay?
Florian, would you like to do the part of the feedback now?
It's up to you. It's up to you. I feel very well. I feel there is much passion in it. Also, I think maybe it's possible that the guys keep it a little bit simpler and shorter, maybe, and sometimes give more passion.
Okay.
Passion is a success.
Yeah. Okay. But I think to make it really fair, so everyone has the same starting positions without too much information already. I suggest we finish this round so that everyone has presented her book. We've had a little break now anyway, because there are 5 more candidates, if I have counted correctly. So it was Seidel. Now, thank you. So next one is Jagat Naskar, who was already waiting with his book, and then. Can I please prepare that you will follow then after Jagat, okay? Good. So, Jagat, hang on. Yes. Are you ready? Jagat, your picture seems to have frozen. Probably a bad connection. This could be the case. But Kenai seems to be very... Jagat, do you want to wait and shall we start with Kenai? Or no, I think it works now. Yeah, it works.
Hello.
Yeah.
The name of the favorite book, my favorite book name is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, and it is written by Joseph Murthy. Joseph Murthy, he believes that the law of life is law of belief. So what you believe, if you believe something, it becomes that. So like our thought, it controls our body, it can control our environment, it can control our financial life, it can control our happiness. So in order to control our subconscious mind, there are 3 methods. Mental movie methods. In the mental movie method, what you do,
before doing something, you need to see the future. For example, if you enter the before entering the examination hall, you need to see in your mind that you are coming out of the examination hall in your happy mood. The second method is thank you method. In the thank you method, what you do, uh, you need to focus on what you have, and you don't need to focus on before going to do any work. You don't need to focus on what are the difficulties you have. And the third method is affirmative method. In the affirmative method, what you do, uh, uh, in the when we were small, we used to
Sorry, Sujo, your time, sorry, Sujo, you gave us 2 methods, and the third one, everyone has to buy the book to read it, because your time is also up. I don't want to be unfair and give you more time than the others. But finish your sentence, please. Okay.
So those who believe that subconscious mind is finite, you need to believe that subconscious mind is infinite. So in order to control your financial life, in order to be happy, you need to read this book.
Okay, super.
Thank you.
Thank you. The power of your unconscious mind. Cool. Thank you, Surjo. Okay.
This was Chagat. Chagat was speaking.
Because, but how, Claudia, I've got something wrong here, because here
maybe they are brothers. Maybe they are on one phone.
Because it says, I know.
Actually, no, there was some network issue in my phone.
Okay. So you're sitting next to each other.
So I saw. I could give you the screenshot. I've made a screenshot. It says Surjo.
Yes. He's using the phone of his brother.
So, but that's so because I'm taking notes. So that was Jagat with the power of. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So in that case, Surjo. Yeah. Now who? And then who? Where? And Surjo is also here.
Surjo was talking about the alchemist of Coelho.
Yes.
Paulo Coelho.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Okay. Very complicated. Good. So in that case, Kanai, you are already waiting. And then I see that in this line above, I have overlooked Karobi. Karobi, you will be prepared to be the next one after Kanai. Okay. Good, Kanai, please unmute your microphone.
Good afternoon, everybody present over here. Myself, Kanai. Now I want to suggest you a simple book. The title is You Can Win. Hope it's visible. And it is written by Shiv Khera. From the title, you get to know about something you can win. It means in this book, there are some moral values, some good habits, and some ethics present over here. Just you need to adapt. You just need to adapt to achieve something good. I know everybody wants to win. So I love to recommend you all to read this book. You just have to invest some penny and you get knowledge, very vast knowledge for a long-term basis. So that's all. I think this book will be very helpful for all of us because we are now youth and we are growing and we want to win in every part of our life. Thank you.
Thank you. 3 seconds to go. So that was perfect. Okay. Thank you, Kanai. And now, Karobi, we have not listened to you yet. And in preparation, Sona Naska. Okay, Sona, please be prepared to be the next one afterwards. So, Karobi, stage is yours.
Yes. Hello everyone, I'm Corby Mondol. Yes, today I'm going to say about the book called Vestige, and the title is written Wish You Wealth, and the author of this book is Gautam Bali. Yes, as a makeup artist, I use different types of products for the clients every day, so it's very difficult to choose the right products for the clients. And before applying any product, we should know well about the product. So I found this book is very good to use because in this book I found everything from head to toe. Because in this book the product is given like healthcare, beauty care, skin care, everything is given in this book. So please go for this book and have a look it. And if you use this Vestige product, you will definitely get a good result after using this product. And yes, I personally use this product because this product is so good to use for all the skin types. So I think especially the girls, please go for this book and you will definitely get a good result. And also even I got a good feedback from the client also. That's all. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Great. That is telling. Great.
Okay, so that was Karobi, and we have already agreed that Sona will be the next one. And after Sona, Bishal, can you please be prepared to take over afterwards? In the meantime, maybe I will ask you to video start, Bishal. Yes. And
Bishal
now,
is a guest today. Bishal is a guest.
oh,
So you
sorry,
need
my
Biswajit.
Biswajit. I'm sorry, Bishal. But it's nice if you switch on your camera so that we can see you. Thank you, Claudia. It was the second time that and sorry, Bishwajit. I was wanting to ask you that you will be then the next one to present your book after Sona. Okay, and now Sona, the stage is yours.
Hello. First of all, I want to show my book. Can you
Think.
see me? Good evening, everyone. I have a very interesting book. The book name Think and Grow Rich. If you buy this book, it is 100%. You will get successful in your life. The book is built with research conducted by Napoleon Hill for over 25 years, researching, interviewing successful people like Alexander Graham Bell, Thomas Edison, and so on. According to the author by Napoleon Hill, if you have a detailed plan of success, if you write it down, if you read it loud thousands of times, and if you truly believe in it, and if you never back down from your success, then you will achieve your success. Some of the golden key I want to highlight it by the author, like fear. Fear is the greatest enemy in our life. One has to overcome the fear in order to get success. Then organized planning. Every organized and proper planning result in success.
Okay, thank you. Sona, super. Well done. And how well you finished off now. Good. Thank you. So our next in line is then Biswajit, if I remember rightly. And can I please have a show of hand? Biswajit is, for me, it's a number 12. Sabina is same. Have you also kept log?
What about Milon?
Oh, yes, and then Milon. Yes, Milon, can you? I'll ask also him to video start. And Milon, can you then please be prepared to take over after Biswajit? And Biswajit has asked me to, as he doesn't have the copy of the book in his hands, and he sent me the picture, and I'm going to show you this picture. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, just quickly, but I'm going to come back. So Biswajit, where are you? Where is Biswajit? He has disappeared now.
Yes, I think he dropped out. I read he left the meeting, but I think it's because of a network problem.
Ah, that's a shame. Otherwise I would have asked him earlier. Biswajit, yeah, he's no longer here. That's right. Oh no, coming again. Coming again. Hello, Biswajit. We have already seen the picture of your book. Biswajit, can you hear us? Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, Biswajit. We can hear you, but we can't see you. But Biswajit, you have 1 minute time to prepare yourself, okay? Because Milon is also waiting to present his book, and Milon will be the next one, and then maybe afterwards Biswajit will be able to take over. So hello, Milon. Off you go.
Yeah, firstly, I want to tell that I actually need time to speak because as a person, as an honest person, I don't want to pretend to be like I love reading books. But to be honest, I came across with one book, like that book name is As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. And I would like to explain many things because without reading the books, I found that this is the best book we can all read and at least one time, because in this book that James Allen has described how people go from bad situation to good situation and how they can change their life in the thoughts of the power thoughts. So he explained that how to use our thought, because to be in this world, the thought is a powerful weapon. Because if you think in a negative way, then everything will go in a negative way. But if you think in a positive way, it always comes with a positive impact. So he explained brain as a garden. So if in a garden, if you put negative seed, then you will always get a negative outcome. Yeah, I know I'm taking too much long time, but I think that it should take, for me, I think I need time to explain everything. Because I haven't read this book, but to be honest, without reading this book, I found that this is the best thing, but I need to explain to you all.
Okay, sorry, Milan. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Milan, thank you. You are honest, and that is really appreciated. You have not read the book, but you cannot expect that you then get more time than all the others to explain why you have not read it. I appreciate your honesty, and in the feedback round, we will see how we can, maybe what we can learn from that. Maybe what you can learn from that, Milan. How to tackle such a task next time when you're asked to do something that you don't really like, but you would still like to fulfill the task. Maybe also the people here in this group have some creative ideas, what we can learn from the input you gave us today. Okay? Good. And Biswajit is now the one who has not presented his...
And Anuradha.
And Anuradha.
Who is sitting waiting.
Anuradha, oh, Anuradha, here you are, right in front of me. Could you please be the next one, Anuradha? Yes. So,
Yes.
okay, here we go. Anuradha.
Microphone. Switch
Yes.
it on.
Aufhebung, I have asked. Yes. Okay, and can you start again, please, Anuradha?
It's on, I think. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
So may I start now?
Yes.
So here is a book made The Power of Reading this book. I thought that it was just same like any other motivational book, but this book is really different. It tells us how our subconscious mind, subconscious thought help us to save our life, our environment, and more importantly, us. So I believe that this book is the pathway to understand the working of our brain and gain control over it over a period of time by series of methods, which I think is very necessary for every one of us to lead a prosperous life. So this book is a must read. I would recommend everyone to just read it once, and I can assure that you will never regret. Thank you.
Cool. Oh, but you've got 17 seconds to go. So Anuradha, can you please tell us the title again? I could not take it down. Can you show the book again? What is the title?
The Power of Subconscious Mind, written by Dr. Joseph Murphy.
Ah, okay. Thank you. Yes, thank you. So now Biswajit has joined again. Obviously, he had net problems, and I'm asking him to switch on his camera. Oh, sorry, that was again Bishal. Sorry. Sorry, Bishal, I did not mean you, but you are next to Biswajit, here sitting on my screen. And
there's Biswajit. We can see him.
I can't. I can't. It's black here.
Biswajit, can you wave? Can you hear? Oh, he's gone.
That is strange.
He keeps moving. Biswajit, your microphone is off.
And also, He has disappeared again now.
Yeah, he's got a problem.
He's probably got a problem. Well, maybe he can present his book later on. But Sabine, as far as I see, we have not overlooked anyone.
No, not now. Now we're done.
Cool. We are done.
But Milan should write the book he wanted to speak about in the chat.
Yes, Milan, please do that, so that we also have the title of this non-read book in the chat. Okay. So thank you for sticking to the rule, for being so precise, and for presenting the books and doing your homework as you were asked to do. And now I would like to hand over to Florian, who is going to look at your presentations from the selling point of view, as far as I know, or in whatever respect you want. So thank you for your feedback now, Florian.
So I think the content and also presentations are very exciting for me. Personally, I would be a little bit shorter in the time and faster on the topic, on the point of the books. More or less, in my opinion, I wish more emotion and more passion. Yeah. What is passion for me? Passion is being in full love with the book and feel it. And so I can only say, give more passion and be faster. And my winner is Miss Karobi. So as a salesman, she is my winner. She sells perfect.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And but do you also have a runner-up, Florian?
A what? Sorry?
A runner-up, someone who came second? Is there someone? I remember that there was one time where you laughed and said, yes, that's it.
Yeah, there are, so Karobi is the number one for me, but there are so much more guys and girls, they are perfect. So I know the guy with the karma. I think it's the first guy.
Dev Kumar,
Yeah.
he told about the karma. I think
Yeah.
Moidul, who was also very convincing. What was the name of the book? I can't remember this.
I will tell you, Moidul had the book, these ghost stories.
Ah,
The ghost
okay, yes.
stories. That's
And
right.
Sona
Yes.
to become rich. So many,
Yeah.
so
of
many
course,
were
yeah.
talking about how to become rich.
Yeah. That's great. That's great.
But I think because Karobi was asking me yesterday, do you hear me? Because I'm speaking with the small microphone.
Very
Yes?
well. Yes, very well.
Yes, oh, fine. Karobi was asking me yesterday because she said she doesn't have any literature at home. And then I was recommending her to take a book who is now part of her job life. Karobi became a beautician, a makeup artist very recently. And I think this showed, and I think it's also a topic for you, Florian. When you are doing something, she's now doing the makeup on people. And this book is linked to the products she's using. So if you are in job life, if you are very much attached to a topic, then you feel the passion maybe more than just speaking about a book you read and and which might be wise.
Yeah, of course.
But it's part of her life. And she was talking about the products. I would hire her, being the boss of the production company making the creams. I would hire her immediately.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Yes. So it was you are very talented for your job, Karobi, obviously.
Thank you so much.
Next time I come to India, I would like to have a skincare treatment of yours.
Yeah, me too.
So you have lots of clients already. Okay, so.
Yes, and I think I personally liked, and it was not Surju but Jagat, the power of belief, because the three methods that you gave, you were so concrete, you gave examples, you were not generally speaking. So the more precise you are, the more details you give of the book that convinced you. You know, the better, not the general reviews that you could read on Amazon about the book, but what really inspired you, and that shows you as the passionate person behind. Yeah, but it was a good exercise, good homework, and considering the fact, and this is where you come in, Milan, now, that you had to take a book. And I know that among 100% of people, there are, let's say, at least 40% who are not such book nerds. I've got 3 children, and one of them, I think, has read 3 books in his life, and he's still very successful. So not everyone can be a book lover, and still you have done the home assignment, and still you have prepared this. And our next home assignment will be different. I can promise. We have been talking about that, and you will hear it at the end then. Okay, anything else we should include
I don't know if
here?
you want to try Biswajit. He's just said his network is okay. We could try
Super.
one last time and then
Thank you.
move on.
Yes. Thank you, Sabine, for being such an attentive assistant.
We tried.
Biswajit, so here you are. I can see that you have unmuted your microphone. So can you try and talk to us, Biswajit? Yeah? I'll just give the title of your books again. It is Financial Markets, Institutions and Services. That is the book you would like to present. We have quickly just seen the cover. And now you go and tell us about this book. Okay?
I'm not.
Go ahead, Biswajit.
He has
Okay.
this,
We have to give up. It's too difficult.
I know Biswajit would really like to do it.
Yeah.
And he has prepared for it. Okay, Biswajit. Yeah, hello. Let's try.
Yes. During the session, everyone need money. So money is the most important thing for our surviving life. So this book is written by Sandeep Goel, and the book name is Financial Market, Institution and Services. From there, you can get a knowledge for mutual fund, capital market, and money market. By that knowledge, you can make money from your excess money. So if you want to make money, so I recommended to all of you to buy this book and build your own property and whatever you can do by this money. So I recommend it to everyone if you buy this book, wanted to, and make more money.
Okay, thank you, Biswajit. So good that finally it worked. So again, you have chosen a book that can help us to become really successful as far as finances are concerned. Just one question, Shika, by any chance, is there a favorite book you would also like to introduce to us? Hang on, your microphone. You have to switch on your microphone.
I love to write the Rabindranath Tagore's book.
Pardon, which books?
Rabindranath Tagore's books.
Rabindranath Tagore.
Tagore, the Nobel Prize winner. His literature.
Okay, Gore.
Nobel winner.
Nobel Prize winner. Yes.
Yes.
He was born in Kolkata.
He was born in Kolkata. Yes.
Yes.
And his university is Vishwabharati University in Bolpur, West Bengal. So he read so many novels, and I really love his books and novels. All types of books. He reads all the love story, everything. All types of books he wrote. So I really love his book.
And do you have a favorite? Is there a favorite that you would recommend? a favorite book of his that you really?
Kobita is my favorite. Shesher Kobita is my favorite book.
Okay.
Kobita, last Shesher, it is Bengali Shesher Kobita.
Okay.
Shika, could you also write it in the chat, please? The title.
Okay.
Thank you. Great.
Thank you, because we will have a list then afterwards, and I think, Sabina, we can really collect all those books in a Word file, and share it, so we can, maybe some have been inspired and would like to buy one a book or another afterwards, or read it. From the chat, I'm sure we can do that. Good. Anything else before we move on? No? Okay. So, our next point in our session today, so this was your home assignment, yes, and I must say I'm really pleased with your performances here. And then our next point, Florian, is your keynote on how to sell products or sell yourself, and you have got some key factors that you sent me beforehand. And now the two of us, we're going to improvise and do this. I will be your assistant, supplying the slides and the words, and then and then you will be in the picture again. So I'll start with this one and switch to you as a speaker when I have the feeling that it is okay. Okay, so now the time is yours. The
Great.
stage is yours.
The stage is mine.
Yes.
So thank you for being with me, and thank you that I can be with you. It's a great pleasure for me that I speak to you today. For me, selling, it's the same if you're selling a product or yourself. So you are selling over sales, and you do selling all the day long. So it doesn't matter if you want to sell your girlfriend to play a game together now, or if you sell your teacher while you didn't do your homework. So it's still the same. So each of us is selling all the time, all the day, and selling is so hard and also so simple. So selling, it's a topic of I think playing. So for me, selling is playing, and life is selling, and selling is life, and you can train it all day long if you like. And I train it by myself every day, and if you train it, you will get better and better. A really, really big topic of selling is positioning.
Okay.
In sales and marketing, we talk about unique selling proposition. It's the smallest or largest feature of the product or of the person that is different from all others. So the real expert speaks of positioning. What exactly does positioning mean in terms of a product or a person? Successful positioning work like this. Not be better, but be different. If you do a clean job, you will be out of the window very soon. But quality is not suitable for advertising. Why? Because quality is matter, of course, in 2021. The focus must be on not being better, but being different, on individuality in person or in product. All companies claim to be the best. You don't get attention by claiming to be the best. Quality is necessary for people. The customer wants to know what makes you different from all others. Example. There are 100 up to 1,000 muesli cereal brands, muesli variants on the market. But why doesn't it need me? So because no other brands are absolute hard crunchy. There are crunchy mueslis on the market, yes, but not one that remains crunchy for a long time in a variety of liquids. True, there is another trend of porridge and overnight oats in Europe. We don't produce these products. We don't produce these products because they have nothing to do with crunchy mueslis. So that's not our business. Our business is only crunchy muesli, and so we focus only that. And now come back in general positioning.
Mm-hmm.
What does the customer get from you that he doesn't get from anyone else? This can be anything, and the feature can be so small or so little, but the difference makes it. Of course, the greater the difference, the greater the success. Not be excellent, but be different. Nobody cares if you're excellent. We are only interested in the extraordinary. An average European family sees about 700,000 images on TV every day. Each of them sees 800 commercials per day. In an average supermarket, they can choose about 12,000 products. Your mind had to learn and block out first the normal and unimportant things, then everything that is not really sensational, otherwise we would go crazy. So how can you create successful positioning for you or for your product? Be the first. You don't need to be a star, just need to be the first in a field. The smaller the market field, the easier it's to be the first. It's better to be first in a village than the second in a city. The first one gets the pearl, the second one gets the shell. If you can't be first, that's perfectly fine. Just invent a new category. So you need a field which can you brand. You can brand the field. Reinhold Messner, an extreme mountaineer, said about this: entrepreneurs will always make a lot of money if they are first to go somewhere where nobody was been before. So be better pointed than wide. The bigger the offer you want to advertise or sell, the harder is it to get attention. The longer you define your business field, the faster your market share grows. If you are small and you want to grow fast, you have to penetrate the market pointedly. Attention. Why is a nail pointed at? So that it penetrates quickly and penetrates deeply into another object. Choose what you want to be an expert in then, and then you will use the opportunities to become an expert. Focus on the basic needs of people. Experts who specialize in basic needs are more confident and independent. One of the biggest advantages is that they make the client feel like they are representing the client interests. The difference between an expert and a salesperson is that poor salespeople usually represent poorly the interests of the company. We, as great salesperson, have to show our customers we understand your specific needs. So we need a small target group. Most of people want to be everything to everyone. But if you try please everyone, you end up pleasing no one. Don't build your business around the customers you have, but build your business in a way that attracts the customers you want to have. Why keep your target audience small and pinpointed? Customers want to be taken seriously in their own way and their own specific needs and wishes. So you cannot promote your target group if it's too big, if you don't know there very much of them. So now the secret comes. So listen. If you solve a problem for others, that's the biggest key fact, that's the biggest secret. If you can solve a problem, with a product or as a person a problem, you win the goal. What is the most important problem of my target group? That's the biggest question. The salesman, for me, the biggest question is, what's the most important problem of my target group? The bigger the problem, the stronger the desire to find the real expert and to pay him well. And Biswajit is presenting us a book about money. And I can say by my own, money comes with passion. So please write it down. If you have a lot of passion, money comes alone. So that's the very, I think, positioning is one of the biggest key facts in the sales process or in sales. But positioning is nothing without emotion and passion. So emotion and passion, it's very hard to explain. It's like being in love, having butterflies in your stomach. You see when you talk about it, you shine, you just glow. Only you are not in love with a person, but with a product or a service. If you want to sell something or yourself, it takes complete conviction. You have to glow for it. You have to really fire on it. Just much fire as I have for cereals or muesli. You can't explain emotion or passion. It's just there. And the beautiful thing is every person has different emotions and passions for different things. The topic here is about emotion and passion. Share your emotions, not only on social media. Share it with other persons in real. Tell them originally, directly, share you on fire with all others. But first of all, you must be burned yourself.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Brand and trust. We humans need idols. We want to feel comfortable. We want to be able to have confidence. This is exactly what brand and brand images create in our heads. Brands create trust. And we, people, through brands, trust through brands. People can also be brands if they stand up for something or for a service. A brand for us solves a problem, create solutions and satisfy our sense. That's why we reach for brands. So how become a brand? In my case, the brand offers a honest, genuine, natural product, which does not exist a second time. It's the crispiest of its kind. This is what people trust when they buy my product.
Mm-hmm. And Florian,
yeah.
can I shortly interrupt here because I have an idea. You have now presented 4 really interesting points.
Yeah.
Such a lot of food for thought. Selling, the USP, the positioning, then how the role of emotion and brand and trust. Can we? Would it be okay if we shortly interrupt here and give our audience a chance to ask questions right away now here?
Yeah.
Because otherwise. Because then there are 4 more interesting points to come, I know, and it's so difficult to remember all of them. So, just for a few minutes, I'm sure there are some people here who are really interested in getting to know more about these things. Are there any questions you would like to ask? I just quickly remind you, the selling process was the first key factor that you're selling all the time. You're selling yourself, you're selling your task, your convictions, whatever. And then this is what makes you different. Emotion, the role of emotions. And last but not least, you are a brand. You can create your brand. Questions?
Could I just say something to the group?
Yes, please.
I'm still not sure that all our coaches know what muesli is, because it's a totally unknown product in India. And I think maybe if they could understand a bit more. So I just want to say we eat a muesli in the morning for breakfast. It is all sorts of different grains and nuts and maybe cereals. And as Florian says, his is a crunchy one. So when we eat a cereal in the morning, a muesli, we eat it with milk or with yogurt. And obviously Florian's product stays crunchy, nutty cereal, you know, even when milk and yogurt are added. So just so that you understand, this is a very typical Austrian, German, continental breakfast. Okay, just so that you know what it is. And there are so many different types. And yet Florian has been able to really zoom ahead with his because it's crunchy. I will already buy it now because I know it's crunchy.
and it stays crunchy, and that is his USP, I think, the unique, yeah.
And Florian, so can I ask, Florian, are you also an organic provider? Does it say biological, bio on your product too?
Yeah, it's 100% organic.
Okay, so for me, that is 2 huge ticks. It's organic and it's crunchy. I need one more question. Where can you buy it?
In Austria or where?
Yeah.
In Austria at Interspar, at Billa Plus, at Spar Gourmet, yeah, at Dance, at so much shops, yeah, organic shops, yeah.
Right. Interesting. Well.
I have a question. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Finally, I have some problems, as you see, but because I know your story, Florian, and you actually, I think your father founded your company. Is this right?
Yeah, not directly. My father founded one of the first organic shops in Austria, and he creates some products, and one of these products are cereals. And
you change it. But my question is,
yeah,
I think it's very easy to have passion or to feel passion for something, you know, you grew up with and who was a family business and who is a product you really like. But I think in many cases, just to earn money, for instance, we have Rinku, she unfortunately is not here, but she got a job where she has to sell contracts for credit cards. Or very often you have to sell something just to earn money. And what would you recommend? You know, can you create passion in yourself for everything?
I think so, yeah. If you sell contracts for credit cards, you help your customers. So you can help the customers to have the best contract of credit cards, and to help they get a financial card. So I think I understand what you mean. So my passion for good organic food was coming up if I'm 25, 26, maybe for 10 years more or less. So
10 years ago, you
10 years
just
ago,
started
yeah,
to
10 years ago, my passion was coming for breakfast, for muesli, for cereals. My first passion, my first big passion are motorcycles. Yeah, and it's also my first job. I sold motorcycle and for a motorcycle dealer, and then for a motorcycle producer. So I do key account management in Austria for a big brand, for a big motorcycle brand. And that's my first passion. And then if I turned in the mid of 20s, I would say, there is something came in me. There is just do something with good food, do something what what make you happy.
Yes, but I don't know, is there anybody among our coaches who had to sell something because he or she had a part-time job and was not really fond of the product? Is there anybody? Because I think being a student, this very often happens that you go
Yeah,
ahead.
of course. I know what you mean, Claudia. I know what you mean. Yeah.
And I would like, I don't know, I was thinking about my life, but I was working as a waitress in a pizzeria. I don't like pizza so much, but I could sell it. I could tell the people that it really tastes good. But sometimes, you know, you have to, it's not easy. So
I know
is
what
there
you
any
mean.
advice?
I know what you mean. But I think for the contract for the credit cards, there are I think there are so many people who need a contract for a credit card. So the people are happy if you sell them a contract for a credit card. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So you always have to think, you know, what is the beneficial, the good thing about what you are selling.
How can I solve the problem for my customer? How
Yes.
can I solve the problem for my customer?
But in terms of cereals, what are you telling what is the problem of the customer? What are you telling your clients? What kind of problems are you solving?
My customers don't like some porridge, some pump in the mouth. they like some crispy, crunchy, really crunchy in the mouth. So the problem of the cereal breakfasts in Europe is that they get much and get not very crunchy.
Soggy, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Soggy, yeah. And I solve this problem.
I see.
That's the big USP for my product.
Mm-hmm.
And the people are watching about this product, and I think 85% who like cereals and to taste my product, and that's my biggest challenge, to come to the people who like the crispy and crunchiest products. That's my biggest topic. If they taste the product, they sell it and sell it and sell it, and they buy it and buy it.
Yes.
Yeah, they buy it and buy it, buy it.
Mm-hmm.
And
so
sell
you
it
have
to
to
his
reach
friends.
the people. You have to meet somehow the people who already eat cereals and then convince them that yours are better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's one
you
of the
create
biggest.
happy mornings. And you create happy mornings.
Yeah, thank you, Malice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Moidela's got a question. Sorry, Moidela had his hand up.
Okay, so Moidela, go ahead.
Yeah. Microphone.
Hello, Florian. My question was like how to find the problems of people. You know, like I have heard and also read that whatever problems I'm having personally, that is how I am going to identify that, okay, other people are also having the same kind of problem. But for example, like I'm having many problems, but you know, like those problems are not in my ability to solve it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting my question? So how to identify the people's problem so that I can solve it and open a business and kind of give them a solution.
So you want to think it the other way around, not having a product and then thinking how to sell it. You want to find the product which is needed now.
Yes.
Yes. I think it's not a good way to get successful, but it's okay if you have a problem. That is okay. Solve it for you. In my opinion, if you have a problem, much other people also have the same problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be the other way around, Florian, that or Moidel, that you don't think in positive aspects? What qualities, what skills do you have that make you different? We are talking about USP now, unique selling proposition. What do you have? Maybe you're not even aware of it. That can help other people to solve their problems. Think of your own strength. Maybe start it from here.
Yes, Sabina.
I think, Moidel, if I understand you, you're saying if you go into a market, like you're given a product to sell, say you need to sell a brick tomorrow, but you don't yet understand the problems that people have with bricks. How do you understand your client's needs and your client's problems so that you can position your brick? Is that what you meant? That you need to, how do you understand the problems of your clients?
No, how would I know? Like, you know, first to open a new business, I need to identify the people's problems so that I can open a particular business on that problem so that I can provide a solution, maybe some service or some product or some kind of solution.
So you're talking about market research of
Yes. But you can only solve a problem of other people, Moidul, if you have the ability to solve these problems. And for that, you need to get to know yourself very closely, to get to know your strength and to know where can I be of service to others. And this is what you have to identify. Don't start with the problems of others. Start with your skills and strengths you have, and how could you help others with that? And that is how you can identify your business, maybe.
Maybe you can do both. You can speak with other people, what they have for problems, what problems they are, and then you can find for you some skills how to solve these problems. Yeah, maybe it's a mixture. Maybe you do both and see with strengths and with skills are there for you.
And maybe maybe in the next 4 points that Florian has, that Florian has prepared for us, maybe there will also be some more solutions for you, Moidul. And this was my diplomatic way of saying, shall we move on now?
Maybe I can tell something to Moidula just quickly. If you have products which can be used in different ways, it's very important to ask many questions. So I think this is the solution to find out the needs of your customers. Asking many questions, not speaking too much about what you have, but asking before. 70% of the conversation should be questions and not answers. Then you get to know very concretely the needs and wishes of your client.
But so I think Moidul's question was pointed in a different way. He wants
maybe it was in another way, yes.
He wants to invent a new product.
Yeah,
I understood. He wants to find, was heißt Marktlücke, Sabine?
Yeah, he wants to find market opportunity. Yeah.
Yes. And yeah, many
but
people.
For that also maybe asking questions is a good way.
Okay.
Jack,
yes.
and Sergio have their hands up.
Oh, sorry. Yes. So, Sergio. You would like to ask a question now quickly? Then you have to unmute.
Yes. Yeah. So as we gone through the presentation, we saw that Florian wanted to make a 100 million turnover. So if you see in India, means if you give the cheapest and the best, then only you can be in the market. So you see in Austria, the population is very less, but in India, it is overpopulated, as all we know. So in India, it is very common that if you are giving in a very cheap rate and the good quality, then only you can sustain in the market. So and every product has there is a certain limit, like cereals, there is a certain limit. So how do we can solve the problem, like when the means when the cereal comes, that there is the what we call that, and when it is available in a less quantity, and in India it's too overpopulated. So how do we can sell in cheap rate and the best quality in overpopulated country? How do we sell?
Sabine, can you help me with the translation, please?
He's talking about price sensitivity because raw materials in India are so scarce, and then the poorer population, if the price of a basic cereal goes up, the product becomes unaffordable and therefore not attractive. And he's asking about the price sensitivity of raw materials and keeping the product relevant so that it sells?
Okay. So the price sensibility at the moment is our hardest challenge. So the price going up and up and up every day. That's a bigger, at the moment, that's a big problem here.
So not just in India?
No, whole of the world. It's the biggest problem at the moment. So, for example, we have for dry fruits, we have up to 200% in 1 month.
Price increase. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That is a real challenge. Okay, so let me ask now Florian to continue with his talk, share the next 4 points with us, and then there will be ample time and opportunity again for discussion. Okay?
Of course.
Good. So brand and trust was the last one, and now let's move on to storytelling.
Yeah. So you have the emotion, you have the passion, you have the brand and the trust, and the positioning. You need to tell your story. It's a method to tell knowledge in the form of symbols and metaphors. What is storytelling for me, and how do you practice it? For me, storytelling is very simple. You tell your true story. Your why, your passion, your full honesty, and your full bloom. Why you are where you are now. If it's necessary, turn your weakness into strength by simply saying, this is how I am, and this is what I can offer for you. Combine it with your personal emotion and passion. Nothing at all can go wrong. You will take success. So storytelling is a very big topic, but it goes with passion. Yeah. So if you have passion, you can make story all day long. Storytelling. It's like feeling. Yeah, it's like feeling. If you want with the product and want with the person or with the service, you create big stories. Another point of success in selling is the personal network. So we limit ourselves if we only look for problems that we can solve by our own. So please look for suitable cooperation partners whose skills complement yours. Talk about it every day, every second, about your service, about your product, about you. You need a network from all professional fields and all social classes. A network of entrepreneurs, of cooperation partners, of journalists, of politicians, and many other opinion leaders.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
No problem.
Sorry, I wanted to stop so that we can see you. So who were the people in the picture, Florian, if I interrupted now? Anyway.
It's the Sabine, was heißt Landeshauptmann?
Provincial governor?
Yeah, it's our provincial governor from Upper Austria, Mr. Thomas Stelzer, and in the middle is the CEO of one of the biggest aluminium concern.
Whatever that is.
Sabine, du bist stumm.
Is it a steel company or something?
Why aluminium in your business?
No,
He's presenting the people on the picture.
So this was not a cooperation of yours?
No, not directly.
It's the network. The network he's talking about.
He's the bigger. It's one of the biggest companies in steel steel in Europe. It's the CEO, and it's just a picture of how network works, or how network is not only in your business field. You have to network all over the business, all over clients, and it's a big topic. You can not only network in your own business. So if you only network in your own business, you can not grow. And if you like to grow, you have to build a network outside of your own business. So personal network for me, it's one topic on the last 7 years. I do my business for create success. So you don't know which people you know, and you don't know which people the business partner or the cooperation partner knows, and so they speak together, and yeah.
Okay.
So you can start right now after our session. It's so easy. Go out and speak with people, with your classmates, with your professors. Tell them to other people, and they will tell them to other people, and your reach grows. You tell your story. It's a long way, but have to keep it. And networking is one of the successful ways to be to reach and grace. Yes. The next thing is the sales process. So it's.
Oh, sorry. I've had it so often, too often, but now here we are.
So first of all, understand the customer's problem. That's the biggest thing. You have to understand the really customer's problem. If you can solve his problem, it's your customer. If you don't can solve his problem, it's not your customers. So in my, for example, I have no customers. They like porridge or they so on. I have only customers, very, very simple, very short. They like crunchy, crispy cereals. That's my customer. Not customers, they like porridge and so on. So, and if you have these customers, if you can solve their problems, you can play the emotion, you can play with storytelling, you can play with passion, you can play with needs, with stories, and then you have the solution for him. You have the solution, the difference, the extraordinary, the first, the number one, whatever. Yeah, the smallest thing of the positioning. And then it's simple. If you have the customer, if you have the emotion, if you have the story, if you have the difference, it's your customer. And here in the sales process, keep yourself short and be on the point. Keep yourself interesting. Never offer a product without a benefit for the customer. So if you have no benefit for the customer, it's not your customer. Also, for the sales process, it's necessary to define your price. Never sell a price, always sell the product. To be better in your sales process, set your goals. So how much from in which time? So if we have goals make us bigger. Set a goal that is so big that you become someone who are proud of in the process.
Okay.
Yeah. Last but not least, evaluate the pitch. What is an evaluate pitch? Also called evaluator speech or evaluator statement. It's a method for a short summary of an idea. The focus is to focus the positive aspect, such as uniqueness. The core idea of an evaluator pitch is based on the scenario of meeting an important person in an evaluator and connecting him with your idea during the evaluator ride. So I know this is the king discipline, but it's a very, very important thing for success in selling. For this evaluator pitch or evaluator speech, you have several variants here because you have to play with different time spans in each case. You need your positioning, your unique selling proposition, your difference, your first, your number one, and then you need a presentation or a speech for 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, in one sentence, in one word, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, and so on. So you have to get in touch with the customer. Not every customer is the same, so you need much presentations in your head to play with the customer, and that's what selling is. It's playing with the customer, it's playing with you, it's playing with words, and it's so much for me. It's so much fun, and selling for me, it's my life, and I hope also selling could be your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Florian. Yeah, I don't. If we were now sitting somewhere together in a room, everyone would do this. We can do it like that. And thank you very much indeed. And now I'm sure there are some questions that our coaches would now like to ask. Or
of course, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Kenai,
thank you.
Kenai has got his hand up.
Yes. Okay. Hang on. I changed to gallery so that I can see that. So,
Kenai, can you speak?
Oh, I was just giving clap.
Ah, you were just clapping. Okay.
So, any questions you have?
Jagat.
Lucy, should I ask question? Hello.
Who?
Jagat, yes. Go ahead, Jagat.
Yeah, I have the same question. I have the same question which my brother asked in a different way. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello. I have a company in Europe, okay, which is selling 4 euro per kg means it is selling. Means for a 1 kg product, it is selling for 4 euro. And that same product, I want to export to India.
Jagat, the connection is bad. You have to try again. We don't hear you.
That same product, I want to.
Jagat, I have a suggestion. Would it be possible that you very briefly type your question in the chat, and we will grab it from there, and Florian can answer it from there straight away. And while you do that, we will try and see if there are questions, and we can hear the people who pose the questions.
I want to ask question.
Sanat, okay? Go ahead.
Like Uncle said that he sells cereals or organic, means he sells 100% organic product. So if he want to expand his company and if he want to open a new branch in India, suppose in Kolkata example you take, So people of India, they eat normally. They most of the people eat organic product. All are organic and fresh. So how he will convince the people of India to have his product, because he is saying it was organic product and it is coming from the Australia far away, coming to India, and he's selling it is organic. But we people eat organic food. How he will convince Indian people to have his product and is 100% organic?
Mhm. So if I may sum it up, one request, Sanat, and for all other question askers, can you please address Florian directly and say, Florian, how would you sell your product in India, where organic food is more or less very common? Is that what was that your question? How would you, Florian, meet this challenge of selling your product in India, where this fact of being organic is not really, a marketing tool?
Yes,
What is
yes.
it? Okay. So how would you go about that, Florian? Or would you do it at all?
At the moment, India is not on my focus for selling, so I don't create an idea at the moment for me. So the focus is at the moment on Switzerland, Germany, and Austria. And Germany is since 5 years. Switzerland is very brand new for us in market, and so we have organic products, and also our growth is organic. So step by step. So India at the moment is too big for me. Yeah, too big for selling them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Sanat wanted to say, how can you deal or how can you reach customers who have never heard of you before, if you don't, don't relate it to India? But I think this is the key question.
Okay.
And Shika was also putting a very good question, that the role of advertisement for reaching customers. I think advertising is also very important for you, isn't it?
Yeah, but I prefer the storytelling, and storytelling is the better advertisement, I think.
But what do you mean, on social media, or where do you tell the story? You have to reach the people, so you have to.
Yeah. At the moment, it's very hard because COVID. But before COVID, we have salesperson on the point of sale and tell them our story. We tell them our story, and also it's if the people or if the person don't know my product or my brand, I tell them the story. I tell them the story, why and what I do and what is crunchy, and what is the product behind, and about me and about my philosophy, and that's the point what I telling every day, and yeah.
But Florian, you do that if you're selling to the supermarkets, but I think there was a picture of you actually giving tasters, so customers are actually able to taste your product to get the idea.
Yeah. That's an important thing, but at the moment it's not possible. Mm-hmm. At the moment we do some sampling, some big sampling for maybe 10,000 bags of muesli, of small bags, like this. So we have some sample bags, and we give them to the people. And that's at the moment our advertisement. And we tell to the sample our story, and then
And Florian, I have a question. Just two things briefly. First of all, you do that because, as you said, as soon as the person tries your muesli, they are sort of addicted to it. If there are those people who like crunchy mueslis,
the people who like crunchy muesli,
then your success is guaranteed.
Yeah.
So the crucial point is to come across the potential customer first time, and that's why you have the samples. And secondly, you have mentioned so frequently, you tell your story. What exactly, which story do you tell?
I think that's a topic of next week.
Yes,
I don't know.
super, well done. That is the best teaser ever. Why,
Yes.
to be secret, we have been practicing that for ages. Okay, okay, yes, of course.
I
So,
can tell them now, but it's
no. You have, that was completely on purpose. You just want to say next session, 2nd of November, you will tell this very story, and we will get to know the things behind that. Yes, thank you.
Azad and Dev Kumar have got their hands up.
Okay, so Azad, can you please pose your question?
Yes. Very simple question. In India, we have, for example, lots of toothpaste company. Every toothpaste company, they tell that my toothpaste is the best one, is recommended by doctor. And there is a lots of toothpaste company, but everything is there. But we Indian, we only think that what is the point of going for best? If we can only brush our teeth and that's enough. So how to improvise or go towards the client and sell our product very well, because all the company are telling my toothpaste is the best, my toothpaste is the best. I'm giving example of the toothpaste. Everything is same. All the toothpaste, they clean the teeth only. So what is the different thing over there? So how we can explain with the new thing or make the client good?
Asad, you are referring to the USP, unique selling proposition. You mean what exactly makes a product different, and how can you find this out? Is that your question?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, Florian.
The problem is, you said there are so many products. Is it right?
Toothpaste, Zahnpaste. Er hat als Beispiel gebracht, es gibt so viele Zahnpaste und jede behauptet von sich, sie ist die beste.
Yeah,
ja, das
that's
war's.
the problem. That's the problem. You had to create a product that is not in the market, or you had to create a new product. Maybe only a product for girls, for boys, for young women, for old women. You had to create a new focus, a new market field. A very, very Sabine niche.
Yeah, I was just going to say it is niche. Yeah.
A niche product. So for toothpaste,
So for toothpaste,
so you have the category toothpaste.
Toothpaste.
Yeah. Then boys, then girls, then young, then old, then maybe only for people who doesn't have I don't know, some I don't the expert for this product, but you can find a niche, is the correct word? Under and under and under. And how smaller the niche is, desto bigger your success.
Azad?
Yes.
Azad, here in Europe, we have toothpaste to make your teeth white, toothpaste if you've got gum problems, toothpaste with a minty flavor, toothpaste with a herb flavor, and different people are looking for a different product. And Florian is saying, when you've got the right product for the right group of people, if you bring it together, you have your target market for your product.
But in India is totally different. Suppose if I speak about the face wash, same the company is different, but everything is there in one face wash. About the pollution, about the pimples, every features, everything is there in one face wash. Again, same another company having the same everything. So the people of India, they think that same things are available in both the product. So why not I go for the cheaper one? So how to, I have to make understand about that. In India, if you give a cheaper thing, the people will automatically try to buy that thing.
So you mean it's only the price that makes a difference in India?
Yes, in
And it's
India,
difficult.
basically the price make the difference.
But yeah, as Florian was explaining, the niche that you have to find, I mean, you have to be creative. Maybe you invent a toothpaste that you squeeze out of a little ball that has never been there before.
It means no brush, without brush maybe, or I
Yeah.
don't know. There is a niche and a niche and a niche and a niche, and how smaller the niche, how bigger your success. So there are, in Austria, you can imagine, in Austria there are, I think, 100 varieties of breakfast cereals in the shops. But there is only one that is really, really crispy and crunchy. That's my product.
But you are telling this, so would everybody give this answer, Florian? Not
yes,
yet.
of course, you can test it, Claudia, you can test it.
But I think there's a good example of your product, because many people, here in, I think in Europe more than in India, they speak about carbohydrates.
Yeah.
That you are gaining weight if you eat too many carbohydrates.
Yeah.
And so you would say, eating too much cereals, you become fat. And you realized this problem, and then you made up a new kind of cereals with no sugar and less carbohydrates. So I think this is the perfect example for realizing, seeing a problem, and then creating the product.
That is a cereal breakfast without cereals.
I should go into sales in your company.
Yeah.
It's no cereals. It's 35 less carbs, and it's without fat and without sugar, and it's our newest baby on the super high food market. Yeah.
And it's a bestseller, you told me.
It's a bestseller, and it's the organic product in Germany and Austria 2021. You see, maybe.
And Deb Kumar, would you like to ask your question now, please? You have been holding up your hand so long, it must really hurt.
No. Yes, I do.
Okay, Deb Kumar.
My first question: why not India? Because India is now world first or second largest country, and in India you have many billionaires or millionaires. You can say, you can say by saying we have the famous hero Amitabh Bachchan, then Shah Rukh Khan, many more, and we have a new company. It's called Jio. It's come, and day by day Mukesh Ambani is getting rich and rich and rich. But why not India as your term? Your product can be organic and it can sell a lot.
And I think, and Deb Kumar wants to apply then for the marketing manager.
Yes, obviously.
Great. It's honest for me. Thank you. India, it's at the moment not on my list, but if you say, I keep it on the bucket list.
Florian likes to think big. So
yeah, of course.
The good goal.
Yes, I mean, there will always be time for more questions at the end. Should you now need a little break, and maybe then some more questions will come up, because I think now it's really time to move on to your home assignment. Okay, that is really going to be interesting. And I'll show you just a slide that we have prepared, and then we will discuss it. So this time, choose anything that you really like, to sell it to us with as much passion as you can in our next session. And you see, I have chosen a very creative picture here. So to really let your associations flow, not to sort of steer them in any direction. It can be really anything. It can be something from a product, something concrete like a product, up to a person or a belief you have, or a course that you attended, an instrument that you play, whatever it is. But please sell it to us. Make this elevator pitch that Florian has explained. Again, 1 minute. like you did today.
हाँ वाला थोड़ा खुल रहा हूँ हाँ मेरा चार्ज
Who's that?
We're talking together.
Okay. Is that clear? Do you have any questions as far as this home assignment is concerned? You have time until the 2nd of November. There will be our last closing slide. You will see the date, but I can tell you now. So that's 2 weeks' time. And you will make the same round as we did today, opening round. You can choose anything that you want as long as you really have a lot of passion behind it. Who wants to say something?
Time limit.
Yeah, time limit. You want to say something?
What is the time?
Time limit is again 1 minute, like today. As Florian has pointed out, this elevator pitch, you should prepare this in different time spans, starting from 30 seconds via 1 minute and so on, up to an hour. But in our next session, it will be again the 1 minute elevator pitch. And we're really looking forward and curious what you're going to present to us.
Me too.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello,
Yeah. Maidul, you have a question.
Yeah. Florian, I wanted to ask you a question. I mean, like, could you briefly describe what were the challenges you faced when you were kind of expanding your company or you're opening your company?
Sabine, die Frage kannst du bitte wiederholen für mich?
Ja, welche Herausforderungen oder Schwierigkeiten also hast du dann irgendwie erfahren? Also ja.
Government, money, employees. These three. So government, money by bank, and employees. That's the three big topics. And the fourth, the mindset. Their own mindset. The biggest killer is their own mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And since 2 years, I have a coach. We work very close, and it's the last 3 years. It's go really, really high for me in business, and so a coach for me, a coach is necessary, and yeah. Mm-hmm. But that's the problem: it's the government, money, employees, and their own mindset. Yeah.
Isn't that fascinating for all our coachees that a very successful businessman has his own coach?
Of course.
That just goes to show the power of being supported in the right way.
Yeah. Every at the beginning I have problems to say I have a coach, but every good sportsman or a good sport athletic have a trainer or a coach. Every I don't know, have a coach, yeah, and it's also okay for me as a businessman to have a coach, yeah. Should be also okay. The society, I don't know at the moment, but maybe the society is not so agreed with me. But for me, it's okay to have a coach and work with me and work on my mindset and work on me and work on my growth, yeah, and work on that I can sell in India.
Yes,
and at the moment I cannot explain, but yeah, why not?
But I think this is also going to be a fascinating topic for our next session, where we can dive in more deeply. And our coachees today, I'm sure they will prepare some questions beforehand already that they are going to ask you. Sabine.
I have one more question, which maybe will help the coachees prepare for next week. When I did selling training years ago, we were taught that there are three things. You have the features of a product, you have the function of those features, and you have the benefits to the customer. And you have to understand whether the customer needs to hear the benefits or the features or the functions in what sort of relations. If you talk to somebody who's technical, maybe they want to know all the technical side of the product, how many vitamins it has and how much of each component. But if you want to sell it to maybe the top guy in the supermarket, you have to persuade him that the benefit is lots of people want crunchy and it will sell from his shelves. And I think our coaches, maybe when they choose the product, they will struggle. Do they sell the benefits? Do they sell the features? Do they sell the functions in 1 minute? What can they make their best pitch at?
It's a good question. All these three things are logistics for me. They should sell the emotions, the passion.
Okay.
If the customer have interest after this minute, he would ask for the functions, for the benefits, and so on.
Okay.
So the coaches have prepare for this 1 minute the emotion and the passion.
Okay.
Very good. Yes.
I want to point out that Florian met his coach in my radio show. Is
Yes,
this right,
of
Florian?
course. Yeah, of course.
I was inviting him. I also told Jagat that one day I hope Leo, the coach of Florian, will also come as a guest speaker to our session, because he was a young Austrian. He is a young Austrian, but I think when he was 23 or something, he went to Silicon Valley and he founded a startup in the IT business. I think that the key business was, it was a tool he was inventing in IT, that when you wanted to do a posting on Facebook and Instagram, for instance, and TikTok, this tool, this computer was preparing the posting for the different social media channels. And he got very, very successful, you know, all the big stars like Madonna, Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, I don't know, Lady Gaga, they were all working with his tool, and he became a billionaire. And then he sold the company, but he was not 30, I think. He was very, very young when he was
31.
31. Yeah. And then he came back to Austria, and he was in the monastery after, because he told me he found out that money is not everything. So, and he was like thinking about his career, and then he became a coach, and he was telling his story in my radio show, and Florian was listening, and that's how they came together. Very interesting.
Claudia, what's his name again? Leo?
Leo Wiedrich.
Never heard of him. Okay.
He comes from Lower Austria, and he made this career by, like Moidul was asking, or Raju, he was thinking, what kind of problem do the people are having? And he said, in this social media world, the problem is you don't have enough time for adapting your news, your postings to the different social media channels, because you have to do another way of posting. For Instagram, for instance, the picture is more important than on Facebook, where you have more text. And like, he was thinking about this, and by having an IT engineer, he could make up his company with this idea. And he became rich.
It's the right story, yeah. It's the right story.
Yeah. It's an amazing story. And now he is teaching people to think big. So one day Florian will be in India, I'm sure. Yeah. He will discuss this with his coach.
Okay, there have been so many inputs
Claudia.
today already. Yeah, Florian?
Claudia, we would love to meet him, Leo. But as you said, first he worked very hard and he became a billionaire. Then he became a coach. So first we would also like to become a billionaire. Then we would like to become a monk.
Yes, you are completely right. Because his story is it's amazing that he stopped so early and sold everything, you know, in the age of 31, and then he was living in a small room. I was meeting him when he was really coming back to Austria. He didn't even have an apartment of his own. He was just sharing some rooms with somebody.
Now he has an apartment.
Now he has. Now it must be beautiful, because you're laughing.
Yeah. Painting.
Yeah. So he stopped to live like a very simple person. he's spending his money again. Okay. Okay, I will
Can I
ask
make
him
a little proposition, because I will have a coaching with you about compound effect. And what I would tell you now is I want to give you this book as a present. So how can we handle that? It's available by Amazon India. I looked for that. So you can buy it and I give you the money. Just Chica, maybe you can find a way how I can pay your books. Okay?
So Maris
Yes.
is speaking of,
Who is the
about
writer?
another coaching session.
Yes, it's
She's
another
writing
coaching
it.
session. It will come in the future. We don't not yet have the date, but it's a great book of Dale Carnegie, and you can read it before we have the coaching or during the coaching. And I would like to pay for you because it's a precious book. So maybe you can just find with Shika a way to get it from, I don't know, Amazon India, and I will pay for it. But you will find a way how my money can reach your bank account, okay?
Okay, but now I have to take over, please, because let's not get distracted, please. I would like to round up our session now and give everyone the chance to think back to these last 2 hours. What are you going to take home? What are you going to take away from this session? Please give us 1 minute of your time. Oh, it doesn't have to be 1 minute. Please give us your oral feedback, what you are going to take with you, or give your feedback to Florian, whatever it is. And I would like to start with you, Shika. You are the first here on my screen. So you have to unmute.
We are spelling every time our brain, no, our experience, everything. So this is also very helpful for me also, this session.
Thank you. Thank you. And Saidul, you are next here on my screen. Yeah.
From this, we have come to learn that from here we have to set the mindset up before we do anything. So basically, for me to do a big thing, first we have to set up our mind clearly, so that we can go in forward to do that particular word properly. Thank you.
Question of mindset you took home. Thank you. And next one, just below Saidul, is Azad. What is your feedback?
Everything is very important lesson of today's. All the feedbacks of and input of everyone's is very important, especially the thing how to understand the problem of client. That one, before that we have to understand our problem. So it was a very good point. I want to take with me. Thank you.
Yes, cool. Thank you, Azad. And Karobi, are you still here? I cannot see you. Okay, yeah. Okay, Karobi. What are you going to take home with you? Or is there anything you would like to tell Florian? I mean, there will be the chance to give Florian the feedback next time as well, but okay, just go ahead.
Yes, everything is very important for me because as you know that I am a makeup artist, so it helps me a lot to understand, and the main thing is that I have to do and I have to have a focus on something before doing anything. So, and also he's a great speaker, so I want to be like him, because in my profession I have to be what
You also have to speak a lot with the clients, Karobi?
Yes, speak a lot with the clients, and yes, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. And Raju, what do you say? What is your feedback?
Hello, Florian and Kesh. The thing is that although, as you saw, my book selling presentation was not so good, but what Florian has given his ideas, like how to better sell, like how to solve the problems, then storytelling. It is very valuable, and I think it will be very useful for me, and I am very fortunate. Thank you.
And Raju, you met your sponsor. Florian is your sponsor. Did you introduce to each other?
Didn't know that.
No. I was just thinking to interrupt, but I think I was thinking that it will be very disturbing for everyone. So
No. But
actually,
we
I
are
am
happy
very
that
happy.
sponsors are meeting their sponsored children and boys. So
No,
Florian, did you realize that Raju Kamat, your
Of
partner?
course, yeah, of course.
Okay, fine.
So and Raju, next time you will be more content.
Nice to meet you.
I have many videos on my phone. From him, I know.
Excuse me, I also want to thanks Florian for helping my mom in operation, for a serious operation.
Yes.
Thank you, Florian.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. Cool. And next one here is Subhashis. You joined a little bit later, but what impression do you take with you?
Yes, I really enjoyed the session, and the thing which I liked very much is that the honesty part, where Florian said that when he does his storytelling, he gives his honest story, and that is what is very useful for me, because I would be applying this also. So I'll be honest in every place where I go, and that is the thing. Yes. Thank you.
Super. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Subhashis. And Kanai, you are the next here on my screen. Can I ask you for your feedback?
Yes. Firstly, I thank you all, and I love the session. And the feedback which I like, storytelling was the exact that's what is told. I also liked it very much. And secondly, I want to take something from this session is that the book, some of my fellow companions just said, like Vishwajit and Saidul Mullah, the two books I liked very much, that I want to take and get time to read this book.
Super.
Thank you.
Thank you. That is a very good side effect, that you get to know each other better, that you benefit from each other's books, and of course, Mali, sorry, from your book that we will then later on put in the group after we have digested everything from here today. Okay, and I really like that. I'm also going to have a look at your books in the chat later on. Thank you. Anuradha, what do you say?
Today I have learned that in order to sell a product effectively, firstly we need to understand the customer's emotion and problems, and most importantly, we need to have a good storytelling. And one thing I have liked when Florian said that it's better to become a champion in a village and rather to become in a city.
Ah, very good. Oh, how very good, Anuradha, that you memorized that. It's better to become first in a village than second in a city. How cool is that?
Yes, great.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. So, and below Anuradha, Deb Kumar, you are next here on my screen.
First of all, I will love the session, and I am coming straight to the point that Florian said. Speak less, and you should understand the problem of the customers and move forward what the customer actually need.
Super.
Well
Hey, well done. Great. Florian, you were a great teacher and you have great coaches, I must say. They have really picked up the crucial points. So, Sona, are you still here? Sona, can we have your feedback? Yes?
Yeah.
Actually, I love the session. Everything is important, but I really want to highlight that Floria said that don't sell the product, sell the emotion. That I really love that.
Cool. Thank you, Sona. Super. And Sanat, next in line.
The whole session was super, and I want to conclude only one thing. what the Florian said, that understand the problem of the customer and try to solve it. That is the main thing.
Cool.
And another one is the you should, whenever you are telling the story of yourself, you should say the honest story, because today or tomorrow the people will come to know the story. And if you tell something else story, then there will a bad impact on your company. So always you should tell the
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Sanat. And below Sanat there is Surjo. At least it says so that it is Surjo. I'm not quite sure. Are you still with us? Yes.
So this kind of love that money comes with passions, because most of the people, they run out of the passions and go after the money. So this point was very interesting, that money comes with passion. And the second point is that honesty, which Subhasis has already included.
Super. Money comes with passion. Very good. Thank you, Surjo.
Right.
And
Yeah, I can pray it. It's right. It's really, really right. If the passion there, is the money there. Where is the passion? Where is the money?
super. And Biswajit, can we try one more time? If you can say something, if we can hear you, if your connection works.
Hello, Luis, I'm audible.
We can hear you.
Hello. Yes. First of all, thank you, Florian, for his suggestion, and I like that the using of thought of Florian, like honesty, where you can get emotion. So these thoughts are very impressed me. So thank you, and thank you all of you.
Thank you, Biswajit. Thank you. Last but not Milan. Milan, can you also be so kind as to give us your feedback? Yes.
Yes. Firstly, I want to say that beforehand I used to know about like selling things. So I used to know that we have to know the product properly or the people emotion. So now that I got to know about the story one, because if your story is strong enough, then you can easily sell your product in a good and a productive way. So story thing was new and very informative for me today.
Super. And Milan, I'm sure that next time we will get a super presentation from you, because you will choose something that you really like and where you have a lot of passion. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes. Good. So now last but not least, Moidul. You were Moidul, here you are now.
Yes.
Yes, your feedback.
I thought, Lucy, you have forgotten me.
No, I thought I will ask Moidul, as to give us the last few words.
Florian, thank you so much for joining us. We have learned a lot, and hope we can practice those and make those a part of our life for selling. Because and the phrase which I would like to highlight is, selling is life and life is selling, because that's true. Because since right from the time we get up from our bed in the morning till we go back to the bed, we have to sell ourselves. We have to be presentable. Whoever we meet in life every day, whether it be friends or strangers or shopkeepers or drivers or our teachers, every time we have to sell something. We have to sell ourselves. Then only we can be acceptable. So like, it was a very valuable, this your session was very valuable. And one last question I would like to ask you, Florian. I think like it's a personal question, and I hope you don't mind this question, if you allow me.
Sorry.
Can I ask you a personal
question?
Of course, yeah, of course.
Actually, I was Googling about you, and I came to know about you that you are also a politician. And I asked Claudia this morning, and she told me that you have announced to stop your political career yesterday.
Yes, right. Yesterday evening. Oh, yesterday. Yeah, right. Yes, it's right.
So, may I know shortly, why did you want to stop your political career?
Because I do it politician for the last 6 years, and now it's time for only focus on my company. And I have worked this topic out with my coach for 1 year, and so yesterday was the day I came out on and I focus now only on the company. So my last day is the 4th of November, and then it's only focus company. That's you cannot focus. So this politician career was very good for my network, from my how should I say, from my growth, from my to came up. But you cannot focus on 3 things. Yeah, you can focus on politician in your company, and so now I will focus only on the company.
Okay.
Okay.
I like your way, very smart way of networking, getting into politics and then networking and again quitting politics. Thank you so much for sharing your stories with us, Florian.
Okay, and now I would shortly like to ask Ella, Sabine, Marlies, and then last words, Claudia, and then you will finish the session, Claudia. Okay, shall we do this like that?
Yes, Ella, I think she left. Ella, I think
No,
she
no,
left.
Ella is here. Ella is
she's
here.
Okay.
Ella, so what did you take home? How was it for you?
First of all, I'm sorry the Wi-Fi did not work 2 times in the meeting. I do take the goals. You have to set goals for like every week, set your goals. I think that's for me very important, but I always thought I can sell products, but I never thought of setting my own goals for it. So I think this is very important for me to take.
Thank you. Thank you. Sabine, what did you like about the session? What did you take?
Well, I like these. Well, I felt daunted by the numbers: 7,000 images, 800 commercials, and 12,000 products in a supermarket. So if you want to sell with that sort of competition, you need to know what your USP is. You need to understand your product and the need of your customer, and where do the 2 things come together. And then if you can tell the story about that, you can beat the competition of all these images, commercials, and other products.
Cool. Thank you. And Marlies, how was it for you?
It was a great session, and I agree totally with everything Florian told us. I also think the most important, USPs are very important, and positioning and everything, but the conviction, the inner conviction to help people, to offer solutions, the emotion, the passion for what you are selling, this is the most important. You can offer to the people and at the same time to your own growth and success.
Yeah. I agree totally.
Yeah, cool. So let me just point out one more time. This is your home assignment. You will get a screenshot of that in our WhatsApp group. And our next session has already been mentioned frequently. It's the 2nd of November, same time, same station, same here. And I, for one, would now also like to thank you that you are such good participants. You react when I ask you. You surprise me with the feedbacks, with the inputs you give, and I really enjoy hosting that session. And now, Claudia, the last words are yours.
Am I still here? Yes, because
yes.
my echo is down. No, I just wanted to say this. When Florian was speaking, I was thinking a lot also about Zuki. And as everybody here who is listening is part of Zuki, maybe I want to share some of my thoughts, because it sounds very, how do you say, nüchtern, very
sober,
yes, sober. Because of course we are selling sponsorship. So to get you for all the years we were working for your support, it was a little bit like selling. It was like this. So when you say, for instance, storytelling, it also relates to everybody here, because that's why we ask for CVs. That's why we always ask for your stories, because these stories are we telling to people like Florian, who then took the sponsorship for Raju Kamat. So you see, it's not just products. It's, as Moidul said, we are selling the whole day. We try to convince people for our own convictions and passions. And that's why also Zuki was growing so much, because there is still so much passion inside. And this is what I was thinking, that, when you hear about the theory and then you think about what you have lived for the last years. So Florian was describing what we were doing for so many years and how we could gain the support for you all. And this was like really telling the stories. The USP of Zuki, for instance, is this exchange of letters, this very personal connection with the sponsor. This is, if you speak business English, then this is the USP of the NGO. But it was not a strategy. It was just by our conviction. We said it would be beautiful, if the people who are helping get in touch with the ones who need the support. And like that, we have so many bridges, so many bonds. And this was also the foundation for our sessions, I think, and so this was Florian was speaking about cereals, but he was also speaking about us all here.
It's the same, Claudia. It's the same, or
Yes.
cereals or NGO or whatever.
Yes.
Selling.
So I found so many, in your explanations, I found so many things that we did, sometimes just by emotion, not knowing anything, not having read a business book. We just did it by our emotion, and it worked out. That's
great.
So.
Yes, and sorry, Claudia, why it just came into my mind, and that's why I now can put my hand down again. Of course, we cannot close this session without thanking Florian for your time and for your input, and for being so flexible, and yes, also for already providing the teaser for our next session, when we will really dive into storytelling more. And yeah, so thank you for your time, Florian, and we are really, really much looking forward to.
It's a pleasure for me. Thank you. Thank you.
And Florian, do you have a draft of your speech today, of your keynote? Do you have any kind of
no
handout we can give? No. You did it freely. Oh, I see.
Not really,
okay.
Not really, but it's only words. It's not freely, but it's only words.
I've written it down pretty much. Yeah. If the coaches want it, I can make a summary of it.
Super.
Fine. So and we have the recording. We have the recording,
yeah.
We need a screenshot, Louise.
Oh,
yes. Thank you for reminding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sabine, if it helps, I can write you my words.
Sure.
By mail. Yeah.
Please.
Keywords. Yes.
My English is very bad, not than yours.
No, well, I hope my English is good as a Brit. But yes, please do. Then I can summarize it, and sometimes it's easier.
I will write you. I will write you.
Yeah, great.
Okay, folks, ready, steady, go. Put on your nicest smile. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So, okay, I do screen sharing. Okay. I don't know why I always open my eyes so much. So, what do you say? I think it's quite. Is it acceptable?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can take this. Cool. Yes. Thank you for reminding, Claudia.
Thank you.
And so thank you all for being here. And the three of us, I will send you a new link, shall we? Claudia and Sabine?
Yes.
I'll send you a link. And we will stop the recording now and say goodbye to everyone. Okay?
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye
Bye.
bye Florian. Bye bye
Thank
Louis.
you,
Bye bye
everyone.
Martin.
Bye.
Bye bye Sabina. Bye bye.
Bye.